Hello, and welcome back to the Antisocial Gamer. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed last week's video where we discussed Fallout 76 and its impact on the future single-player games. Today, we are taking on a new topic, microtransactions and where they fit into single-player gaming. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and most of all, I look forward to your thoughts and comments below. Microtransactions are such a hot topic right now, and I would love to hear your thoughts on the subject. We all seen the popularity and growth of microtransactions in multiplayer games. It's even hard to now think of a popular multiplayer game that don't include microtransactions. With multiplayer games now trading paid DLC for microtransactions and loot boxes, where do these transactions fit? And let's even ask ourselves, do they benefit the single-player gamer? I think they do. So let me take a minute to say why I believe microtransactions are most suited for single-player games. Gamers work long hours so they can pay for their gaming addiction. Many games provide gamers with a long grind to achieve unlocked items, unlocked skill levels, and perks. Some gamers don't have the time to invest in a game's grind fest. We come home from work or school and want to enjoy the limited amount of time we have playing and actually enjoying the game and spending countless hours grinding the same task over and over again. This is where microtransactions can be an attractive benefit to immediate enjoyment. Now you don't have to invest long countless grinding hours to unlock items. For example, I played an EA golf game where I lacked the time to improve my golf swing. So as you can imagine, I found it a low crawling speed to advance and gain skill levels that would allow me to unlock different courses, matches, players, and golf gear. For me, grinding to get these amenities would take the time and enjoyment out of the game. So with the purchases of microtransactions, I was able to max out my player skills. This way, when I came home from work, I was able to not waste countless hours grinding, but instead enjoy the heart of the game, the actual gameplay. Now I can pay it, play it, and enjoy it. No grinding. Another positive aspect of microtransactions is that this allows developers to keep continued support of the games. Years ago, developers would make a game and be done with it. There would be the rare patch or two, and then they'd move on to the next project. These days, nearly all games are services. There's no longer just a single product. Developers need to not only release a game, but they have to maintain servers, solve bug problems, and keep new content coming out to keep their audience interested. This costs extra money. To keep money coming and to ensure developers are still profiting off the games, microtransactions are a necessary evil. A game that is a great example of this is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Assassin's Creed Odyssey microtransactions include time-saving XP boosters and equipable items, for the trade-off of continued support providing its gamers with new quest lines, loot, and monsters. The best part about this is this content is free to all gamers. But as great as the positives sound, there are some slight negatives as well. What about games like Forza 7, where we the gamers pay real money to buy loot boxes at a gamble and a risk, just to hopefully unlock car parts that may boost your earning of in-game currency? Essentially, people who are willing to use real cash to buy in-game cash demonstrate this unfair pay-to-win culture that seems to be dominating the gaming world right now. Thankfully, Turn 10 has seen the light and will be removing these loot box microtransactions, but I think we can all agree that pay-to-win is the worst result of the microtransaction gaming purchases. When developers enforce a needless in-game grind that makes players feel pressure to spend real money to unlock and gain specific advantage to help win, that developer creates a culture of distrust and leaves a bad taste in all of our mouths. What will happen in a single-player game, like the upcoming Devil May Cry 5, if a boss battle becomes too difficult to overcome? Does this force the player to buy red orbs with real money just to buy upgrades, moves, and weapons to get to the next level? Is this player choice or is this corporate greed? I'd love to read your comments and thoughts on this below. There are games out there that implement transactions in a fair, inoffensive way to gamers. Let's look at a game which does this right, like the free-to-play game Warframe. In an interview with Game Industry Biz website, Meredith Braun, VP of Publishing of Digital Extremes, explains why the Warframe microtransaction model is successful. She says, whether it's a free game or a $60 game with microtransactions, monetization has to be built into the DNA of the game design itself to succeed. I have to agree with her about giving the player choice is what really matters. When you lock players behind a paywall and force gamers to be stuck or have to pay microtransactions to move forward, you force a gamer's hand. You destroy and take away the gamer's freedom of choice. Warframe instead gives players choice. In time, you can earn nearly everything in Warframe without game or content paywalls. This gives the player the freedom of choice, and is why Warframe has achieved the success it has as a free-to-play game. And a game that players find microtransactions as a fair practice and should be something other publishers place their focus on. But even if we remove paywalls, there are publishers that leave their gamers feeling cheated. Microtransactions involving cosmetic items and even emotes can give players a fun option to customize and style a game that they love playing. But when there are publishers out there that take advantage of us, a dark shadow is once again cast down upon the microtransactions. Take a perfect example of this is Bethesda's Fallout 76 recently released Christmas bundle, which will have you buying Santa's outfit for 1/3 of the price of the actual game. This easily leaves players rightfully feeling ripped off. There is a fine line leaving customers wanting to come back and pay for additional customizations and leaving players feeling cheated for having to pay $18 just to color their armor blue. As the cost of gaming rises, we gamers are asking ourselves more and more if a game is worth the price. Right now in the US, we pay $60 on average for a new release. If we are to stay at a fair price, we have to accept that microtransactions are a part of gaming's DNA. While we have come a long way since Bethesda charged $5 for horse armor, some developers still struggle to find that perfect balance between fair and ridiculous. I'd like to get your thoughts on how microtransactions will keep game prices steady as game development increases in cost. Let's face it, new release games have been $60 for a long time now, so either the developers charge more or microtransactions can keep that price steady for hopefully years to come. Whether you like microtransactions as a way to pay it, play it, and enjoy it, or looking to unlock your favorite Warframe, I think we as gamers can all agree publishers need to find a fair way to implement microtransactions into our gaming experience. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me and watching this video. The Antisocial Gamer is, as always, a channel for those of us who are more interested in escaping into our own single-player worlds. I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts and comments on what you think about microtransactions. I'll be replying to your thoughts below. Please be sure to subscribe, like, and comment to stay up to date on my latest weekly videos. The Antisocial Gamer will always be a safe place for those of us who do not play well with others.